Hi everyone, this is Hendra Lau from Elliott Wave Forecast.com. In this video, I'm going to talk about the impulsive waves, which is the 5 waves moves that most people with some knowledge of Elliott Wave are quite familiar with. And this is the basic structure of the 5 waves, impulsive waves. So we have the wave 1 here, and then the retracement wave 2, and then we also have wave 3, which is usually the strongest or the largest wave, and then we have wave 4 retracement. Then we complete the 5 wave sequence here, and this is normally what is the most common impulsive waves, with the subdivision within the third wave is also in 5 waves here. As you can see, we also have wave 1, wave 2, wave 3, wave 4, and wave 5 that completes the red wave 3 here. So this is the most common structure of the impulsive waves. Sometimes the subdivision, the 5 wave subdivision, can occur in the first wave. Sometimes it can also occur in the 5th wave, but that's less common, and this is usually the most common one. And we have several rules to be able to label the move as an impulsive waves. So these are some of the important rules here. The first rule is that wave 2 should not go below the start of wave 1. So if you see here, wave 2 here should not go below the start of wave 1. And it usually is around 50 to 61.8 Fibonacci retracement of wave 1. And then the second rule is that wave 3 is usually the strongest wave, and it must be at least 1.618 extension of wave 1. So as you can see here, the wave 3 in red is the strongest or the largest wave, and this needs to be at least 1.618 extension of wave 1 here. So if you measure it wave 1 and you project it to wave 2, this one should be at least 1.618 of wave 1. Now if you measure this one and wave 3 and you find that wave 3 is only equal to wave 1, so for example it's 1 and 2 and then wave 3 ends here, then that's not impulsive waves, that's 3 corrective waves. So wave 3 here needs to have at least 1.618 Fibonacci extension of wave 1. And then rule number 3 is that wave 4 should not go below 50 Fib of wave 3. So when you measure, this is the wave 3, if this wave 4 dips below 50 Fibonacci retracement of this wave 3, then you should start thinking that it's not really 5 waves. So it needs to be above the 50 Fib retracement of wave 3. And then finally, we should be able to see the RSI divergence in wave 5. So those are some of the important rules of the impulsive waves of the 5 wave sequence. And let's take a look at the corn future here. We can see here from the red below here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So it's the same as this 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then we also see here that the third wave in black also has a subdivision of 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. It's in blue. Now let's see if this meets all the criteria here. So in the first one, wave 2 should not go below the start of wave 1. As you can see here, wave 2 in black does not go below this B, and it is around 50 to 61 Fibonacci retracement of this one, right? As well as if you look at the internal division here, you can also see that the blue wave 2 here also does not go below here, which is the start of the blue wave 1. It's around 50 to 61.8 Fibonacci retracement of the move in wave 1 blue. So this rule is satisfied. Second rule, wave 3 is usually the strongest one and must be at least 1.618 extension of wave 1. So let's measure this black wave 3 first. So if we measure the extension, we measure it the first wave here, and we project it from the start of the third wave. So if we go here to the 1.618, we can see that this wave 3 is actually above the 1.618 extension. So this satisfies these rules that it needs to be at least 1.618 extension. Now, like I said before, if you find that there is a pullback here at equal leg from here, let's say if you have a pullback here, then that's not impulsive waves, because in impulsive waves the wave 3 should at least be 1.618 extension of wave 1. If not, then you should start thinking corrective waves or a 3-wave moves. And then when we look at the internal subdivision, which is the blue color here, we can also see that if we measure the first wave in blue and project it from here, we can also see that blue wave 3 here is over 1.618 extension of blue wave 1, which also satisfies these rules here in the second rule. So we have an extension very clearly defined in the third wave in this structure here. And then the third rule here is that wave 4 should not go below the 50 Fibonacci retracement of wave 3. So let's take a look at the black count first. So if you see here, if we measure the 50 Fib of the black wave 3, we can see here that the 50 Fib here is not reached, because this wave 4 in black does not go below the 50 Fib. So this one is also satisfied. And if we look at the internal count here in blue, we can also measure from the start of the wave 3 in blue here, the 50 Fib is right here, and the blue wave 4 also does not go below this 50 Fib, which also satisfies this criteria. So far this structure already satisfies all the first 3 criteria. And now let's take a look at the last one, that we should be able to see RSI divergence in wave 5. Now let's take a look at this structure here. If you look at the structure here, you should expect the strongest wave to be wave 3 of the wave 3 in this structure. And as you can see here, the momentum is the largest here when it's at the blue wave 3, and the RSI is the highest. But when we are completing the black wave 3, this is nothing more than actually a wave 5 of 3, right? Wave 5 in blue of the black wave 3. So you can see here that we can actually see some divergence here. So the RSI is making lower high while the price is making higher high, and that's called the RSI divergence. And we see a divergence here, the first divergence, but not only this one, this X here actually completes the whole sequence in 5 waves in the black, and we also see here that there is a divergence here as well, right? And this one we can clearly see a divergence. So in this structure we should be able to find 2 divergences. So the first divergence is in the wave 5 of 3, and then the second divergence is in the wave 5 itself. And then the strongest momentum should be in the wave 3 of 3. So those are some of the rules of the impulsive waves. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you later again next time. Thank you for watching. And if I invite you to also try our service for 14 days. It's only $9.99, and there is no commitment. You can cancel it anytime. Thank you.